President Muhammad Buhari on Friday led top government officials and members of the diplomatic corps to the National Arcade to mark the Armed Forces Remembrance Day. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are the top 10 stories now. At number 10, the National Youth Service Corps has announced the postponement of orientation camps nationwide from January 18th to January 19th. It has also banned all forms of religious gatherings on its orientation camps. This was announced by the NYC Camp Safe Reopening Project lead Oyeladun Okun-Romade at the sensitization webinar for the 2020 Batch B Stream 2 Corps members held on Friday. The NYC DJ Brigadier General Shaibu Ibrahim also warned prospective Corps members that the service won't hesitate to decamp anyone who fails to adhere strictly to COVID-19 protocols on their orientation camps. At number 9, the University of Ibadan has approved February 22, 2021 for the resumption of academic activities in the institution and has cancelled its 2019/2020 academic section and renamed it 2020/2021. The Public Relations Officer of the University, Olatunji Oladejo, who revealed this, said the institution's Senate met on Thursday. He said the Senate approved the recommendations by the university's Committee of Provosts, Deans, Directors, who met early on Monday. Oladejo also disclosed that the University of Ibadan would not admit undergraduate students through JAMB for the 2021/2022 session. At number 8, the federal government has confirmed plans to sell some government-owned properties in order to fund the 2021 budget. This is in addition to plans to engage in domestic and foreign borrowings to fund the budget. Aside this, non-oil assets will be sold as well to serve as additional source of finance. This is contained in a document presented in Abuja by the Minister of Finance, Zainab Ahmed, to stakeholders about the signed 2021 budget. The document, titled Public Presentation of 2021 FGN Approved Budget, breakdown and highlights, which seeks to sell and concession government-owned properties and non-oil assets, is dated January 12th. At number 7, Nigeria recorded 23 fresh deaths from COVID-19 and 1,479 new infections on Thursday, January 14th. The Nigerian Center for Disease Control announced the figures on its official website. The 23 new deaths brings the nation death toll to 1,405 and the total number of infections so far to 105,478. The NCDC reports 1,479 new infections were found in 24 states, including the FCT. At number 6, in December 2020, Nigerians' inflation rate jumped to its highest level in 3 years, according to data released on Friday by the National Bureau of Statistics. Inflation stood at 15.75% in December, compared with 14.89% in November, marking 16 straight months of increases. The data shows consumer inflation rate in December was the highest since November 2017, when it stood at 15.90%. The Composite Food Index also rose by 19.56% in December from 18.30 in November. At number 5, there are reports that the impeached U.S. President Donald Trump plans to move into his resort in Mar-a-Lago in Florida immediately Joe Biden is sworn in on January 20th. Independent News reports that he plans to employ a few of his loyal aides to work for him or his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, who will be spending time working with him after his presidency. Bloomberg also listed those likely to work for Trump after the White House to include Nick Luna, the director of the Oval Office Operations, and Trump's body man, Molly Michael, a deputy assistant to Trump, and Cassidy Hutchinson, an aide to Chief of Staff, Mark Meadows. Trump, who officially declared Florida as his home in 2019, may face resistance from neighbors who have already declared that they do not want him there. At number 4, Uganda's presidential candidate Bobi Wine has alleged widespread fraud and violence in the country's elections as votes trickled in on Friday under an internet blackout. The 38-year-old is running against the president Yoweri Museveni, who is seeking a system in office, having ruled for almost 4 decades. Bobi Wine did not give details of his accusations, but the internet remained down for a third day as vote counting continued on Friday. Earlier votes showed President Museveni leading with 65% and Wine trailing behind with 27%. Full results are expected by Saturday afternoon, according to reports. At number 3, the National Disaster Management Agency says 3 people have been killed and 24 others have been wounded after a 6.2 magnitude earthquake rocked Indonesia's South Sulawesi province early on Friday. The quake forced over 2,000 residents in the Mamuju City and Majane districts to flee homes and seek shelters at safer grounds. The agency said that at least 26 houses, 1 health clinic, 3 hotels, 1 parliamentary building, and governor's offices and 1 military office were destroyed in the quake. As at the time of filing this report, evacuation of victims and the assessment of the risk of the quake were underway. At number 2, the Director General of the National Agency for Food, Drug Administration and Control, Mojisola Adeyeye, has said NAFDAC must approve vaccines before they are used in the country. She also warned Nigerians against taking any vaccine not approved by the agency. At a briefing on Friday, Adeyeye said World Health Organization's approval was not enough for the use of vaccines, except the regulatory agency certifies the vaccine safe for use. She also warned of fake COVID-19 vaccines in circulation. Finally, at number 1, President Muhammadu Buhari on Friday led top government officials and members of the diplomatic corps to the National Arcade to mark the Armed Forces Remembrance Day. The event was a traditional laying of wreaths marking the end of activities in 2021 Armed Forces Remembrance Day, which started with the launching of the Remembrance Emblem last year. The Vice President Yemi Osibanjo, Senate President Ahmed Lawan, Speaker of the House of Representatives Femi Bajabiamila, and the Chief of Justice of Nigeria Tanko Mohammed led the nation's security chiefs to lay wreaths in honor of the fallen heroes. The event was held at the National Arcade opposite Eagle Square, the 3-arm zone, Abuja. However, there was a mild drama at the ceremony as the doves, otherwise known as white pigeons, released by President Buhari, refused to fly despite multiple attempts. This sparks debate and comment on social media. Always remember to wear your mask, wash your hands and stay safe. That's all for now. See you next time on What's Happening.